Serious question. Who to go at this building stuff? Because the boy just mastered the 6'9" height. I'll be showing 6'9" builds in this video. That's why we got the 69 guy, BBL Drizzy, on the cover. Now, let's go over build number 1, the one that gets Hall of Fame Paint Patroller, because we went with the Vecna formula. Now, for those who don't know what the Vecna formula is, it's the defensive Capbreaker setup I always go for in my power forwards, where you get all glitched out Capbreakers in the defensive category and on your defensive rebounding category. To get this, you pretty much just gotta load up on offense and then leave these as low as possible and then cap break them to the thresholds you want to hit. So for example, our perimeter defense goes up to a 92 to get gold challenger, gold pick dodger, and gold on-ball menace. Well, since you're 6'9", the benefit of that is these are tier 2 badges, so you can easily +1 these to Hall of Fame or even +2 them to get those on Legend. The steel, 64 super low, you only get bronze interceptor, but this goes up to an 85 for gold interceptor, and you also get silver glove in the process. The interior defense goes from a 66 all the way up to an 84, and the block goes from an 85 all the way up to a 97. That's exactly what you need for a Hall of Fame Paint Patroller. And what you want to do is you want to +1 your Hall of Fame Paint Patroller to get that on Legend. Now, that's a tier 1 badge since you're 6'9", and you're 6'8". Paint Patroller is a tier 2 badge, but you get higher interior defense and higher block on a 6'9" than you do on a 6'8", so you want to take full advantage of that. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, why not get the defense rebounding up to 85? It's going to be very tough to do and hit all these thresholds defensively because these Capbreakers are tied together. So you try to adjust this build and you raise anything defensively or defensive rebounding wise, you're probably going to lose these Capbreakers and get a whole bunch of +1s. But we fine-tuned this build to perfection. We got the O board up so you still get silver bicep beast. That will help you. Silver bicep beast and silver rebound chaser. I almost forgot to say the second part. But that will help you snag even though you only got 75 defensive rebounding. The speed and agility, 85 is really good here. I don't know what you guys specialize in. Let's say you guys specialize in shooting. Well, you can spend these Capbreakers on your speed and agility. Not sure you guys knew that or not, but you can spend your build specialization Capbreakers on any physical category in addition to your build spec category. But we got 85 speed, 85 agility, both really good. You also get the Alex Caruso motion style, which I use on most of my builds. I get it. You get 83 vertical. This is super important. Not only do you get pogo stick at 83 vertical, you also get high flying denier on Hall of Fame. So make sure your vertical is high enough to get your high flying denier on Hall of Fame. That way you only got a +1 it to get that on Legend. The pass accuracy, 87 is good for gold break starter. 80 ball handle gives you a lot of good animations. You don't get the Devin Booker, but that's okay. You get silver lightning launch and the Zach LaVine dribble style. So you're going to be zooming around the court, and you can easily +1 this lightning launch to gold because it is a tier 2 badge as well. Now we go to the finishing, 88 drive and dunk. It goes up to 93 for gold posterizer. You guys want that? I would just recommend one Capbreaker here. That way you get pro contact dunks off of one, and you get Hall of Fame aerial wizard. That's a really good investment because you go on and spend all your other Capbreakers pretty much on this defensive side of the ball. But you also get standing dunk to go up to 81. That's good enough for silver rise up and some good standing dunk animations. You don't get contacts or anything, but you do get good animations regardless. And then post control, 79 is what you need for gold post fade phenom. And a lot of you guys are like, I don't want post control on this build. You're going to have to raise this post control up, or else you're going to lose these Capbreakers over here. So you might be like, bro, these Capbreakers are so tricky. I promise you, I'm solving Capbreakers down to a science. Capbreakers Part 3 is right around the corner. You will want to follow and subscribe for that because I promise you it will be game breaking and game changing. But this is the first build, the Hall of Fame Paint Patroller one of my favorite ones. And I have 5 more to show you guys, so make sure you watch all 5 and tell me what your favorite one is after. This is build number 2. This is for the people that are a little bougie. They don't want that Hall of Fame Paint Patroller +1 in it. They don't think it hits the same. They want that 99 block Legend Paint Patroller off rip. So that's exactly what you do on this build. 89 interior defense. This gives you Legend Paint Patroller when you get the block up to 99. So that's the point of the build. 99 block. Spend your first 5 Capbreakers probably right here. Your next Capbreakers could go on drive and dunk, which you glitched out to go from a 75 all the way up to an 89 for both pro contact dunk animations. But we really glitched out the playmaking Capbreakers and we fine-tuned it to perfection. You only need to spend 2 Capbreakers to get the Zach LaVine dribble style. 1 Capbreaker will give you bronze lightning launch. 2 will get you silver lightning launch. And then 64 ball handle goes up to an 80 for all the good dribble moves you can get on 6'9". But 1 Capbreaker get you up to 70 to unlock some good dribble moves there. Another Capbreaker get you bronze handles for days and bronze ankle assassin. Now the pass accuracy, 2 Capbreakers get you up to silver dimer. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot. I have not played on a build with below 70 pass accuracy. I have played on a build with 71 as a lockdown defender. That's my Grinch build. It's actually very solid to make passes with 71 pass ac. But the three ball is still good with 80. We lower the mid range so you don't get sharpshooter and takeover. That's okay. But we get the defense rebounding up to an 80 here for silver rebound chaser and silver box out beast. Unfortunately, box out beast is a tier 1 badge on a 6'9". We're on a 6'8". It's a tier 2. So on 6'9", it's a little bit tougher to +1 or +2 your box out beast because of that reason. But if you want a +1 or a +2 to get it a gold or Hall of Fame, you still can. Now we go down here to the vertical. You need 85 vertical for this build. Why? That's how you get Legend High Flying Denier. So on the previous build, it's 83 vertical for the Hall of Fame High Flying Denier. For a High Flying Denier on Legend, which you do get on this build, you need 85 vertical. Do not lower your vertical below 85 if you want to make any adjustments on this build, or else you have to +1 or +2 even. You're a high flying denier, depending on how far down you go. That is the build, though. Very fire build, in my opinion. Glitched out playmaking Capbreakers and drive and dunk Capbreakers. This is build number 3, and this is for you size matter type of people, because this is pretty much a 6'8" build and a 6'9" body. Let's go over it. So, similar to the Stranger Things series we did with Vecna, the Mind Flayer, Mr. Whatsit, and 11, all those power forwards pretty much use the Vecna formula, right? Same formula I showed you guys in the first build where you go all defensive, glitchy Capbreakers, and also do the same thing for defensive rebounding. So we do it right here. We go from block 76 all the way up to 93. Interior defense 2 Capbreakers will get you up to 77. You need that for the gold paint patroller. Now the problem is on the 6'9", Paint Patroller is a tier 1 badge, so it's a little bit tougher to +1 or +2. We're on a 6'8", it's a tier 2 badge, so it's a little bit easier. Same thing with the box out beast down here. You go up to 94 defensive rebounding, which I think is the best threshold for defensive rebounding or any type of rebounding in the game, because that gives you Hall of Fame box out beast and gold rebound chaser. On the 6'8", box out beast is a tier 2 badge. That's an easy +1 or +2. On this build, it's a tier 1. It's a little bit tougher. But on the flip side, look at the perimeter defense. 3 Capbreakers get you up to 85. That gives you silver defensive badges, on-ball menace, and challenger, and pick dodger. Those are all tier 2 badges. So those are a little bit easier to get up to gold and Hall of Fame. So it's pretty much a 6'8" build and a 6'9" body. I personally make a 6'8" build of this type of stuff, but this 6'9" gets the standard duck to go up to 81, so that's rise up. You get post control. You're a little bit slower. The mid range doesn't go up to 85, so you have a base that requires 85. That's unfortunate. You also miss out on silver deadeye. The pass accuracy for my Vecna builds, I'm pretty sure are a little bit higher. They go up to 93. But I mean, overall, also the speed with ball and the ball handle. If you like this build, go look at my 6'8" builds. I highly recommend you make those instead of this one. But I do think this is a very solid swing if you want to make it 6'9" for whatever reason. Now, although I said 94 is the best value, the sweet spot, some of y'all don't really want 94 rebound. Y'all want 99. So I got you here with a 99 defensive rebounding build. And then 2 Capbreakers will get your old board up to a 90 as well. So you'll be a 90 baby type stuff going on here on the rebounding category at least. Now, I really like these vertical Capbreakers. I will honestly recommend spending 4 Capbreakers at least to get the 88 for that legend pogo. But most importantly, vertical is a super important rating, especially on a big man with 99 rebounding. You want to go 99 rebounding and probably even 90 vertical. You want to spend 5 here, you could. But now you go to the defensive side of the ball. 5 Capbreakers get you up to an 85 still. Now, me personally, I gave you guys the option for 88 block. I know some of y'all want to go up to 93. I will probably lower this to 84 and get my steal up to an 85. That makes sense? So I'll just be thugging out with Silver Paint Patroller. And if I get boomed on, I get boomed on. It is what it is. But I want this Gold Interceptor personally to pair with these silver defensive badges and all that with the 99 rebound. I love this build for like a 5-out center because then you got the backdoor cut you can hit for the 89 driver dunk to get both pro contacts. You can ISO create your own shot. If you want to, I even gave you guys the 88 pass accuracy. You could +5 this to get this to 93 pass ac. That's Hall of Fame break starter, and that pairs amazingly with 99 defensive rebounding. You want to +1 your break starter, get that on Legend. Legend Rebound Chaser, Legend Box Out Beast, Legend break starter, Legend Dimer. You're averaging a triple-double on this build. It goes crazy. You still can shoot. And I get you guys 75 mid-range. So you could get the sharpshooter and takeover if you desire that. Now, that's build number 4. There's another build with a different takeover in mind that I'm going to share with you guys next. Build number 5 here, the one that doesn't only just get sharpshooting takeover, it gets another takeover. It gets the deep bomb takeover. 5 Capbreakers right here. Now, somebody asked for this build, so I said I'm gonna go ahead and make it like a hash, a 6'9" hash. You still get the driver dunk to go up to 90 this time. So this gives you pro contact dunks off of 2 feet, off of 1 foot, of course. But the perimeter defense goes up to 92, and I really like that, right? So that's why I wanted to do this like a hash type of build. He wanted the rebounding to go up to an 80 plus, but I think that's kind of counterintuitive to go for silver rebound chaser. You end up losing out on speed, you lose out on agility, you lose out on speed with balls, so you don't get silver lightning launch, and you don't get the Zach LaVine dribble style. So all that's unfortunate. But whenever you go T-Rex arms or small arms and high rebounding, it's kind of counterintuitive. You just want one or the other. You want high rebounding, make your arms longer. You're going to snap more rebounds. If you go T-Rex arms, don't invest too much in rebounding because you're not going to get as many because your arms just aren't long enough, right? So we go minimum weight here, 93 ball, 90 dunk, 92 perimeter. So that's gold badges. Remember, you're 6'9", so that's going to help you get more contests and stuff like that. But gold badges are aware in tier 2. Utilize the benefits of being 6'9". Your interceptor only goes up to 73. Well, your steal only goes up to 73 for silver interceptor. You could adjust this around and get your steal up to 79 for silver glove, or up to 80. I'm not sure 80 is a threshold or anything like that. But if you want to, you could lower the perimeter defense, which is probably super expensive, and then start upgrading the steal that way. You look at the interior defense. A lot of people would just go 70 for the 84 block. That is silver paint patroller. We go up to 74. Why? This is the first build that I'm showing you guys that has strength. 73 strength gives you bronze immovable, bronze brick wall, and gold strong handles. You want to plus 2 your brick wall. You're running park on this build. Park on this build is a decent scenario. It's not the worst thing ever. You could kind of run a solid 2 on this build, but I wouldn't really run this as a big man. But if you want to, you definitely could, and just plus 2 your brick wall, and then get that up to gold to help your point guard out. You look at the playmaking, though. 2 Capbreakers, get that Zach LaVine dribble style and stuff I was talking about. 3 Capbreakers to get you up to an 80 ball handle, but the 93 pass act will go insane. Oh my goodness, you're going to have a fun time dotting teams up. I actually think this is a really good 6'9" hash build. Not sure how many people made these, but I'm very proud of myself for this one. But there's one more build I want to share with you guys. Last but not least, we got another build that gets a unique takeover out of the 5 previous builds I've been showing you guys. And that takeover is the Crasher takeover, one of the most underrated takeovers in the game. People that have experienced it or tried it definitely vouch for it, but a lot of people don't know how overpowered it is. Crasher takeover makes your screens hit harder. So this 83 strength gets you silver brick wall. Once you get your crash takeover, it's going to be hitting harder than even legend brick wall. You're going to be putting dudes on the ground. You're going to get wide open rolls to the basket. Your PG's going to get wide open shots coming off the screen because the other team's going to be a man down, literally and figuratively. One of the best takeovers in the game. Now, you get really good speed and agility here. And we go 85-0 board because we want to get gold box out beast in case you don't have cap breakers. So you can cap break this all the way up to 86 defensive rebounding, and that's what it maxes out at. But we get the 85-0 board off rip. So you just want to get this up to 80 defensive rebounding, you could. Now, the block goes only up to a 92. The steal only goes up to an 84. These may look like oversights. They are not. At 92, you get a Hall of Fame high flying denier. That's why you got the 83 vertical. It also gives you a Hall of Fame pogo stick. At the steal, you want to spend 2 cap breakers to go from 62 to 73. Now, 2K Labs did a test on interceptor, and they said that the rating matters more than the badge. So you want to get this up to 84. You'll still keep silver interceptor, but that's plus 11 to your rating with 3 cap breakers. That can help you there. The perimeter defense, 73 goes all the way up to 85 for silver perimeter badges. 1 cap breaker right here is what I would recommend to get this to 74 for post move lockdown on bronze. Now, let's go over to the shooting. This is why we have the wingspan where we have it. You get 89 mid-range. That's good enough for gold set shot specialist. And then you'll plus 2 that to legend. So that's going to help you on your pick and pops. You got the 85 driver dunk. That goes up to an 87 with 2 cap breakers, even an 89 with 4 cap breakers for both pro contact dunks. You already got the 72 standing dunk. So that gives you rise up so you're able to pick and roll and pick and pop efficiently. You're also able to ISO and create your own shot with these dribble moves. But the reason we went with this wingspan is so we could get 89 mid-range for the pick and pop, well, gold set shot, +2 at the legend. If you raise your wingspan by one more notch, you won't get gold set shot specialist. So you had to sacrifice that. But that is how you can get gold paint patroller. You had to raise your block and you're still up by 1 each, and then your still will go like from a 63 or a 64 up to an 85, and your block will go from like a 76 up to a 93, right? So it's whatever one you guys want. There's a little bit of advice there, but I love this build right here as a pick and pop and power forward type archetype. I think it's really, really good. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let me know which one of these builds was your favorite. I think all 6 are fire. If anyone is not fire, you think one I swung and miss on, let me know down below in the comment section, and let me know you would change anything about these builds. I'm always looking to improve, always looking for feedback. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and God bless.